Lie number one is the lie that you believe that if you marry the wrong person, you can manage it. The truth is, don't marry a Philistine. Don't. Because a Philistine's loyalty is first and foremost to their nation and not to you. Point number two. The second lie is the lie of thinking that because we are married or we are in a relationship, we have each other's best interests. That's lie number two. When Delilah was saying, tell me the secret of your strength if you love me, was she doing it from a sincere motive? No. It was a selfish motive. Lie number two is that lie that believes that people have your best interest. I know a story online of a friend who got admission to go to France to do her master's and called her friends to celebrate with her and shared the story of her going to France to do her master's, and she died that night because her friends poisoned her. So sometimes you think that people around you have your what? Your best interest. Joseph shared his dreams, and guess what happened? They sold him into slavery. That this is not just marriage. This is also about relationships generally. You think that because we have the same title, friends and the rest, everybody has your best interest. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. You need to be careful, and you need to find out, why is this person asking for this reason? Why must I even tell this person? There are certain things you don't owe anybody. It's between you and your God. Samson, nobody should know the secret of your strength. It doesn't matter whether this person is your wife or this. In this context, there are times you need to ask yourself, is it the right time for me to reveal this to somebody? Lie number two is thinking that people have your best interest at heart. What is the truth here? Not everyone has your best interest at heart, even those closest to you. Not everyone. So you need to discern. You need to find out, did Judas have Jesus' best interest at heart? No. He sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Lie number three is this lie that justifies people's bad behavior. Lie number three says, your behavior is a mistake. I know you didn't mean to harm me. That's lie number three. So when I said it in this church that Samson says, if you tie me with rope, and eventually they tied him with rope, I'm sure that Samson would have looked at it and said, it was just what? Coincidence. A coincidence that keeps repeating. If you plait my head, and immediately they plaited his hair, and Samson kept what? Making what? Excuses. Am I communicating? Hello? And one of these excuses is that Samson loved Delilah so much that he wanted to believe the best of Delilah. And sometimes we project ourselves to people. We give them the benefit of that. We wish for them to change and the rest. But obviously, we are living a lie. That's lie number three. Lie number three is when you keep justifying people's bad behaviors. You mean that they didn't mean to harm me, so you kept doing it. Because if you've done it the first time, I said, let me even try with Delilah. If you tie me with rope, and they never tied you with rope, you know you can trust Delilah in quote. At least they never tied you with rope. But I told you the night it happened, I told you that, no, it cannot happen. So the truth here is that you need to take what people are showing you. A consistent behavior is a reflection of who the person is. That's a consistent behavior. You need to take what people are showing you. And you need to even learn it from a leadership perspective. Sometimes we demand so much from people. You need to get to the point where you just recognize that this is a consistent behavior. This is who this person is. There's not much that can happen there. It's a consistent behavior. In point number 4 is the lie that people would change. Hello? Is the lie that what? People will change. Can I say this to you? People will not change except they encounter God. It is not your right to determine when they will change. And there are times you need to come to your point in your life where you say, see guys, It's not me to wait until you change. My life is more what? It's more what? Important. Because the person can change, the person cannot change. It's 50-50. The lie that don't worry, the Delilah will be better. The lie that don't worry. He said, can I say this to you? And I wrote here, some people will not stop until they inverted comma kill you. You need to understand that. Somebody came and maybe with a poison, God forbid, poison, and the person, God delivered you, saved you, and the person says, I have repented. Don't worry, let's make peace. I'm brought drink. And you still want to drink. You'll be very foolish. So why would you drink that drink? You are drinking it because you think that the person has what? Changed. But you don't know whether the person has changed or not. In lie number 4 is that lie that believed that don't worry, he has promised me, he would. And sometimes when you look at this, every time we make a mistake, it's in one of these 4 things in relationship. We think we can manage them. We think they have our interests at heart. We think that their behavior was a mistake. And we think that they will change.
This is the Leadership Church.